Alright, we're back with Julie again. We're going to go through her x-rays. She's made some spectacular progress. Julie came from out in Raleigh area, and she's been here for the last week doing intensive care for scoliosis. And so let's look at her x-rays and her changes over the past week. What we found in our initial x-ray in the beginning of the week is that this is the back of Julie's skull, her jaw coming down here. And we found she should have a good C-shaped curve coming forward like that. That line right there should be touching here, the vertebral body there. You can see her head is forward, and that forward head posture was 1 11/16 inches. And that was create 26.5 pounds of abdominal pressure down on top of her spine. The abdominal pressure, one of the driving forces of scoliosis, they carry a big bowling ball in front of you. She also had only a 13-degree curve in her neck, when a normal curve should be 45. A 13-degree curve is 72% loss of that curve. So she's done spectacular. When we look at her x-ray here, moving forward 5 days later, this is actually about 8 treatments later, and here she is now. Her curve has improved from 13 degrees, 72% loss, to a 35-degree curve, 23% loss. That's over a double improvement just in the last 5 days. That's awesome. Her forward head posture went from 1 11/16 inches to 3/4 of an inch, from 26.5 pounds of forward head posture to 17.5. That's remarkable. And her curve now at 35 degrees, 23% loss. I mean, this is just, she made great changes here, which also helps us to stop her scoliosis and change that as well. Here we are at the beginning of our week here. This is the right side and left side. This is looking from behind. Her spine deviates over to the right here at 16 degrees. Her spine also translates over to the right at 27 millimeters. So what we did here is through a lot of different rehab and adjustments and a whole big protocol. She spent about 2 hours twice a day working on the protocols together. And here she is now at the end of the week. Excellent change. Her cog angle now went from 16 degrees down to 7, 9-degree improvement. This is non-scoliosis now. 10 degrees or greater of scoliosis. She did remarkable. And her translation in her spine went from 27 millimeters over down to 17. So her spine's coming back more to the midline, which means we're going to have less abdominal mechanical tension on the cord there, better biomechanics, and overall a better health. And so allowing Julie to get as close as we can to her optimal potential. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're great.